In this video, we are going to talk about 5 features in DaVinci Resolve you may not be using, but you definitely should be. These tools are very often overlooked, but if you add them to your workflow, they will change your perspective on color grading. Whether you are looking to save some time or explore different creative possibilities, please watch this video and thank me later. Let's start. And my first tip would be to use PowerGrades. In case you don't know it, PowerGrade is a saved collection of notes, adjustments, and settings from your color grading work that you can apply to other shots, clips, or projects. Think of it as a powerful shortcut for replicating complex looks, grading styles, or technical adjustments across your projects without starting from scratch each time. And here I would highly recommend you to have a look at my PowerGrade Master Blend that you can get under the link below this video. I have created this PowerGrade for you to speed up your workflow. There's also a very detailed video and PDF instruction on how to use it. So this shot has been pre-graded using my PowerGrade. This is before and after. I used it to create this quite quirky look, but my PowerGrade can help you create multiple different looks. It basically has some pre-adjusted notes like resolve effects. You can toggle on and off, and you can modify them too. I am also using some LUTs here and other adjustments, and this PowerGrade will work with any type of footage. So if you like my work, I am sure you will love it as well. Now, my next tip would be to use multiple masks to enhance the look of your clips. So I will use this pre-graded clip to show you the idea. So first we always need to look at each clip individually and assess what part of it needs correction or the enhancement. Here I want to bring more attention to the model. So I will grab the round power window and I will place it on her like this. Then let's turn on the highlight mode. Then let's soften it. And we will start from creating the vignette. So I need to reverse my power window over here. And now I'll also track it. And then I'll go to my primaries. And I'll push the gamma wheel down. And this is before and after. Now I want to bring even more attention to the model. So we will use another power window, and here I can basically use the Command C and Command V to copy and paste our previous power window to another node. So this way we will keep the same shape and the same tracking information to save some time. Now I only need to reset the gamma adjustments here, and then I will reverse this power window again because I want to focus on what's inside the window, not the outside this time. And now what I will also do, I will combine this power window with the qualifier, as I want to focus only on the brightest parts of the clip inside this power window to get more natural result. So I'll basically push the luminance slider to the right, and then I will also soften my selection here. And now we can turn the highlights mode off. And then I'll go to my primaries again. And I will raise the gamma just a touch to add more light to the person. And this is before adding power windows so far and after. Look at the difference, but this is still just the beginning. Now I also want to focus on the corner of this shot. I want to create the illusion that there's a bit of sunlight coming out from behind the tree. So let's grab the power window again and let's place it there in the corner. Then let's soften it. And let's track it. And now I'll use my primaries again to raise the exposure here with the gamma, then also gain. And maybe lift. And then I'll also add a little bit of warmth using the gamma wheel. Like this. And this is our before and after so far. Now I want to focus on the part of the building behind the model. So this time let's try to use the qualifier. So I'll grab it and I will select the hue of the building over here. And now I will use the hue, saturation and luma sliders to adjust it. I actually want to remove the model from the selection. like this. And now I will denoise my selection. Okay, and now I will try to darken a little bit the buildings behind her, a little bit more. So I will use the gamma wheel, and this is before and after. So now the character pops out even more from the shot. And now I've also noticed that her face is a little bit too orange, so we can be stubborn and we can tweak it a little bit more as well. So I'll grab the power window again. Let me speed up the video, and I will combine it with the qualifier to select only the skin. And here I will just use the gamma wheel to take out a little bit of that orange hues from her face. Okay, I'm super happy with it. And this is our final before adding masks, and after. This looks more elegant and more sculpted. My third tip is to use the auto white balance tool. And here we have a clip that looks a little bit extreme. It's very orange because of the artificial lighting on set. We can also see it looking at the parade over here. So let's see if we can fix it. And also I do have a course, Mastering Color Grading in DaVinci Resolve, if you don't know it. And there's also a link to it below this video. And in this course, among other things, I am showing multiple shot balancing techniques. But sometimes if we want to speed up our work a little bit, or if someone is a beginner, this auto white balance tool can really make your life easier. So usually, if I wanted to start balancing this shot, I would use my offset wheel that adjusts the shot uniformly, and I would start moving it towards blue and teal to balance that redness a little bit. It would take a little bit of time, but let's reset it and let's grab the auto balance tool. And the way this tool works is we just need to select the hue in the clip that it's supposed to be white in real life, like his shirt. And voila, I can auto balance this shot only with one click. And now also look at the parade, before and after. So what this tool does, it always attempts to perfectly balance the waveform, so all channels red, blue and green are equal. So if you are ever stuck with balancing your clips, use this tool. My next tip would be to use the saturation versus luma curve. And here we have another beautiful shot that was also graded with my PowerGrade, Master Blend. I love how sophisticated and polished it looks comparing to what it was before. This is actually a raw clip. But now I will use the adjustment node over here and I will show you what the saturation versus luma curve can do. And basically the saturation versus luma curve allows you to adjust the saturation of specific parts of the clip based on luminance values. And this gives you the ability to increase the saturation in the brighter parts of the clip without affecting the darker parts, or vice versa. And now let me introduce here some changes. So I will push my curve down on the left, and then I will raise it in the midtones. And now look at before and after. By doing this, we have introduced totally different quality to our clip, and we have added more density. And now my last tip would be to use the color slice tool, as I know that a lot of you still don't do it, as this is a fairly new feature in DaVinci Resolve. And here again we have another clip graded with my PowerGrade. This is before and after, but we will use the CS node to use the color slice. And I have another video on my channel that way more thoroughly explains how the color slice tool works. So I will tag this video here for you. But just to explain it briefly, the color slice tool is designed to make precise color adjustments to the clip by isolating specific range of hues and adjusting their luminance, saturation, or both. So here we can adjust red, skin, yellow, green, cyan, blue, or magenta separately, depending on what our clip needs. So here again, I want to bring more attention to our protagonist. So I will use the red slice control to decrease the luminance of red in this shot, like this, as this way we take the attention from the person in the background. And then I will maybe use the cyan control as well. And this is before and after. Thank you so much for watching my videos, guys. I hope that you like them. If you do, hit subscribe and don't forget to leave a comment below. See you soon.